She say yes sir. I got a man, but you're investor.
Yo, 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 yo. Hold on, let me redo that. I like that intro. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another video. I'm gonna show y'all just an extension that, like I said, I was gonna show in a previous video, but I completely forgot. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. That's on me. That's on me, gang. Chill. But we back. I'm here to show you the extension, and it's actually, in my opinion, a really useful extension. And it's crazy too, because I saw a TikTok video of someone posting the extension, being like, "Oh, I got the methods for Memecoin, la da da da," and he's trying to charge motherfuckers and like trying to make people join his Telegram just to show this extension, which is crazy to me, because it's like, what? It's a free extension that anybody can find. Like, what the fuck? Like, it's all, you can find it on YouTube easily. You don't have to find it through me. But yeah. So the extension, but I'm gonna show y'all how I have my extension set up, because I don't know how everybody else has their extension set up. Oh my god, I don't know if y'all heard that. Heard that shit? But I don't know if but that threw me off track. But yeah, I'm gonna show you how I have my extension set up, like the extra shit that comes with it, like the extra tools and shit that really cook, like that really be cooking. You feel me? But yeah, so I'm gonna just get to it. So the extension is called Uxento. You just search up extension. Pretty sure if you just search up Google Chrome, honestly, like, I would put a link. I'm gonna put a link in down in the bottom. But honestly, in general, if it's an extension, why not just search it up yourself? You feel me? Because it's just like, you don't know, people make fake links all the time, and you could easily click the fake link, fucking whatever, connect it to your wallet, and then now your wallet's swiped. You lost all your money. You feel me? Which is mad fucking stupid. So I'm gonna put the link in the bottom, like in the description, but it's your opinion if you want to click the link or not. It really doesn't matter. You could just go search up Google Chrome, search up UX extension, download this bitch, right? Boom. You get it here, download it, and it's gonna make you connected to Axiom. But this is a legit website, like people. You feel me? Like, it's not no motherfuckers who just gotta steal your wallet and shit. A lot of other traders, Memecoin traders and shit like this use this. It's a really useful tool. Now, it's like I said, it is your opinion and your choice if you want to download it or not. You know, I fucks with it. It helps a lot in my opinion, but it's really up to y'all. So I'm gonna just go through a full course on like what this extension really does. So first of all, one good thing that this extension does is it shows you the hourly volume and the hourly meta. So basically, like, if the market is doing dog shit right now, like the volume of the soul and like the trade and all this shit, like, honestly, I only ever trade when all of this is green. Because with my strategies, I need high volume, high buys, like I need shit to be pumping. You feel me? So when shit is not pumping, I don't really trade. And this is a good thing that I use to see when I should hop on and trade. Because if I see all this is green, I'm like, oh shit, market's cooking right now, and then I'll hop on. Hourly meta is a good one too, because it kind of gives you an idea of what coins are getting pumped and what coins are like really like shooting through the roof, that are really like pumping and going up. So like hashtag brain rot has been like a one that's been pumping for some reason. Grok's been pumping. Dog, tits, which is crazy. I saw tits earlier. It was like called Racks or some shit. Desky, whatever the fuck that means. AI, but AI you gotta watch out for, because a lot of people make AI coins. So yeah, and they just like usually rug. But that's one like thing that comes with this tool, which is really useful. There's another tools that come with it where you can just create a coin from your Axiom like this, or vamp a coin, so you can just copy it. Like, let's say if I copy this PNL right here, so boom, I want to vamp it, boom, and it vamps the coin for me. You see, honestly, I don't really make coins like that. I don't really do all that, so that's up to you if you want to use that or not. I haven't really used this that much, but I know people do use it to like vamp a coin. Like if you see fucking a Putin coin, because like I know when the Putin coins were pumping like a couple weeks ago or so, there was a lot of them. But I bet people vamp coins all the time. So there's literally a same exact coin, right? Vamping means like literally they just make the same exact copy of a coin, maybe change the name or like the fucking I forgot the word I was trying to say. They just basically change the name up a little bit and whatever, and it pumps too, and they make money off of it. So like someone made a Putin coin, a normal Putin coin, and someone else like vamped it, and then it was like Putin, because the first one was like Putin, and it was like Putin side eye and the shit. But then someone made vamped that one and just made a Putin, and it was called Bombastic Side Eye, and that one shot crazy up. That one like went to the roof for some reason. I don't know, but that's another useful thing that this comes with. Now, but what I find really useful is the actual website of it. So we'll go to it right now. The actual website I find useful, very useful in my opinion, and the shortcuts on this too, definitely useful, 100%. Like you should learn to do the shortcuts. It's actually pretty tough. So if you want to do a quick search, Shift S, boom, pulls up that. Shift D, Shift A, Shift A. Shift D is like to bring you back to the postings. So like Shift A is fucking. You can just see the wallets. You feel me? Pull up your wallet tracker. If you let's say if you're on something else, like you're looking at fucking perpetuals or something, or you're looking at discovery, some shit. Like let's say you're not on posts, you can click Shift D. Boom. Now you're back to post. You know what I mean? Bring you right back instantly. Now we're gonna go to the website. I just want to show y'all that too. The website. Actually, let me show you this first. This like main bar. So this is just themes and colors that you can change your fucking axiom to. See, I have mine to purple, so that makes it like a nice little dark purple. I don't really have these on. I have the group icons on. That's something I missed, which is another thing that this gives out really well. Is it tells you what groups have called the coin out. So you see these 4 groups called this coin out. Like they fucking like set it in a Telegram or like set it somewhere else that's gonna make the coin pump because it's a more popular group. It's famous, you know what I mean? So you usually see like, oh, these many groups called this shit out. Like that's a good coin. Like this shit must be pumping. Like they all called it, and that's really just a really good advantage of it. Like sometimes you see like some of those on final stretch, and it'll be like, oh shit, so this shit might pump because let's say like Shocked called it, or a Tag, or fucking Potion, or Pastel Alpha. They called it, and that shit pumped. You know what I mean? Like this group right here, Tag. They called this one in the group, and it's a useful tool. So you could see like how many groups are actually like talking about that one coin. So like just gives you an idea if the coin's pumping more or not. And that's what the group icons I'm pretty sure is displays UXON and TG group badges on postcards. So that's what that is. I keep that on. If we go to now the actual website, so right, setting wise, this is how I have my settings for this part right here. Card animations, gold and silver. So gold means like 8+ more groups have mentioned it. Silver means 3 to 7 groups mentioned it. So if you see like something like this is gold right here, gold right here. This means more than 7 groups have mentioned this shit. You know what I mean? Like this shit's been mentioned a lot, like a lot, and it's a cooking coin basically. Like this is a basically just kind of highlights it, being like, yeah, this coin's been talked about a lot. Like it's gonna pump, keep pumping, or it's probably just pumping good right now. And that's what that is. You know, you can turn it off easily. Like if I turn it off, I refresh my page. See, it went away. So that's that is. I usually like it on though, so I'm gonna turn it back on. I'm just showing you a little example real quick. This is a quick little video. It's not gonna be a long video. I'm not trying to drag it out. Show groups on posts. That's what I just showed you before. Show groups on token page. I don't really know what this is. Meme token pages. It's kind of, I'm gonna assume it's kind of like basically the same shit. I'm not sure what the token page is, but besides that, show deck screener banner on Memecoin token pages. I don't know what the token pages are. I think it's like on this itself, like on the actual website, which we'll get to in a second. Keyboard shortcuts, you definitely want to have that on, so it lets you do the quick search, you feel me? Or the quick fucking pull up your wallet. This is, so this, I low-key turned this off, because it kind of gets pretty fucking annoying. Like, if you want to have your pump fun, like if you want to have like certain coins, certain colors, so you know, like I don't know, if you're like more of a color coordinated person, you know what I mean? Like you see, I had pump on green, but the thing is, there's so much fucking pump coins. There's so much pump coins that they all just basically turn green. Or at one point it did. I don't know if it's gonna do it right now, but see, that shit just hurts my eyes, dog. Like, ouch. You feel me? So I couldn't have that on. But I do have like Bonk on. I want them to add like a heaven one, and like yeah, basically just like a heaven one, because that's a new one that came out, a new fucking like launch platform that came out. So I want them to add one of those so I can like, put the color on it to see which one. But now when we get to let's go to here though. Enable volume data shows hourly volume statistics and that shit. That's basically talk about this down here. You want to have those on too. It's a really useful tool. Now we go to actual website, which that was like the actual website, but it was more just settings, quick settings. Now, if we go to the actual website, this is where it cooks. And now, I'm not gonna lie, this website cooks more too when you have an extra monitor, because if you have an extra monitor, whatever the fuck, then you can look at this website while looking at Axiom. You don't have to keep clicking back and forward, yada yada yada. You know what I mean? But I'll show you how you can set it up so you can see both of them. You know what I mean? So it makes it at least more easier for you. But yeah. So first thing first, right? We'll go to the settings. Now, when you first get on this, now this honestly depends on what platform you're trading on. In my opinion, good knees, grandma. This is like an alpha coin that's pumping right now. That was the one that we saw right here. But back to what I was saying. So this already comes. So it depends on what platform you're trading on. But because I'm trading on Axiom, Axiom already comes with a truth scanner. That's just basically like Twitter tracker. You feel me? So I turned that off because you only can have 3. So I literally just turned that off and I kept on Steam Flow Locks, CA Tracker, and TG Tracker. So I don't know where these pop up at. I know these pop up in the main thing though, so I'll show you these. These I'm still kind of getting used to the website because it's more a newer website and more like picking up more popularity. But this is like the main part that I'm talking about. These are the 3 ones that you want to really have on. The CT Tracker, that's a crypto. What is it? Crypto Twitter accounts like tracker, whatever, some shit like that. And Dex Tracker, but like this thing comes with a deck watch. I'll show y'all in a second. We'll get to it. But CA Tracker is basically a content address tracker. So it basically shoots at coins that are pumping and that are gaining a lot of volume, and it gives you it with the CA. And you can just easily click on it and go to the coin that's pumping. Steam Flow Locks is so locking meme coins basically means when a developer is not gonna sell his portion of the what do you may call it, the portion of like the quantity that he has of in his coin. You know what I mean? So if a developer's holding, let's say, like 5% of his own coin or whatever, you know what I mean, he bought like whatever type percentage, he will lock the coins to make people trust him, which is it is a trustworthy thing. You know what I mean? Like they lock the coins for like 4 or 5 days. You get what I'm saying? So the developer basically tells everybody that, oh yeah, I can't sell these, I can't sell on your head, basically. Like I ain't gonna sell my portion and just dip the whole chart. So he's locking the coins so people like can see that and they'll be like, all right, yeah, so developer's a good developer. He's not gonna really fuck with the market and fuck with the coins or the quantity and make a massive dip or some shit. That's a good one to have on. And now Telegram Tracker, this is where I think this thing cooks a lot because it really tracks telegrams that are popular, that talk a lot about like meme coins and shit, and which ones are gonna pump this shit. And there's like a Telegram is talking about them, then it'll put it like on the fucking list so you can see it, and that could help you get into a coin more earlier. You get what I'm saying? So now we go to content filters, and this is where like you set this up. So for the CA Tracker group filters, which is the thing where it's like it tracks which group is kind of like talking about like the fucking coins that are pumping this shit. I just turned all of them on. Why not have all of them on? You know what I mean? All these groups are clearly popular for fucking pumping coins and shit like that. So I turned all of them on so I can see which groups are like talking about it and like pumping a coin. TG Tracker, same shit. Now what sucks is I wish it could like you could add your own like groups, like telegrams groups to like track and shit, but it's whatever though. These ones are pretty like popular and well known, so I turned all of them on so it tracks all of them. These you don't have to turn on because this is like I said, this is all the fucking this is all the like for the Twitter shit and all that, yada yada yada. Now one thing I could say you could do here is if you want, you could copy all these. You know what I mean? That's what I did, like just in case I was missing any like Twitters like that I wasn't tracking. I copied all of them. You can go back into Axiom because Axiom comes with a Twitter tracker and a wallet tracker, so it's like you don't really like need that much. And what I did was I went into trackers right here, customize feed, import, and I just pasted. Hey, why didn't it? And I just basically pasted that right there. You feel me? And then it added all those handles to my shit. But that's what I'll do for that part. But I wouldn't really like it's not really useful like turning it off and on unless you're using the Twitter tracker on here. But like I said, for me personally, Axiom comes with a Twitter tracker, so there's no point in really using this for a Twitter tracker. notification wise. So I do have it muted right now because that shit could get a little fucking annoying. But this comes with basically like it comes with noise. Like I'll show you. Hold on. So come with a noise. It'll like play a noise for like so when something new pops up for the CA tracker, it'll play that. If something new pops up for the TG tracker, the Telegram tracker, it plays that. So honestly, I might change the sound so I know the difference. That's that, and that's for CA tracker. So that's what I have for that. Other than that, good off that. That's like just to get you more alert of like what pops up. I don't really know what these have to do with much. I don't really use really any of these, so up to you if you want to do more, you know, more in-depth research on this website and shit. But I just use the main shit. This is for launching coins, and it's just a profile of the account. Oh, just leaked my email and my name, so I gotta blur that out. But yeah, so now this is the main page. This basically shows you like alpha coins and shit, like coins that are like kind of pumping right now. So if we go here, which I'm pretty sure that's that right there. It's just basically telling you coins that are like picking up a volume and pumping, or that might migrate and shit like that, like which are cooking. But if you go to this UX Central Vision, now this is what I like to watch. So this basically shows all of them right here. So the CA tracker, the TG tracker, and the Steam Flow locks, whatever, right? So we probably see something pop up in any second now. You know what I mean? It'll just pop up right here, and you can easily copy it, paste it. And this is where the shortcuts come in handy because you can be quick with the shortcuts. You know what I mean? Now I gotta figure out what shortcuts it is to swap between tabs and shit. I'm gonna figure it out. You know what I mean? I forgot what was it, but I'm just trying to show you how, like, wait for one to pop up. You see how that called this alpha coin out and it's still keep pumping? Now you guys might be asking, what's these crosses right here? What's these indicators I have? That's for another video. Oh, look, what I tell you. Alright, so look, Gooncoin, you feel me? Market cap pretty high. About 6 hours ago, these groups were talking about it. It's mentioned it 9 times, 5 times, 3 times. Alright, so look, copy that. We quickly search up Shift D, or we do Shift S, pull up this, boom, paste it there. Alright, this is the one that's talking about right here. Alright, you know, it's getting some volume right now. It's still at 1,000, and it's like kind of selling. So just show coins. Now this is why you don't always go based off this. Don't automatically copy the CA, and then you just go into here and buy right into it. You know what I mean? Still read the chart. It's still a you thing. It's not like this thing does all the work for you. Still read the chart. Make sure the chart's looking good. You know what I mean? So, because it just basically tells you what's pumping, what has volume, and who's talking about it. Kind of like, wow, like this one group's talking about this. So 6 minutes ago. So let's check this out. All right, pull that up. 6 minutes ago, it's on Bonk. All right, doesn't really look like the best coin. You know what I mean? It could pump because that group's talking about it. But personally, I wouldn't. You know what I mean? I'll be careful with it. And it looks like the developer's holding 9, whatever percentage, 9%. Like, just not, it's not a coin that you would want to buy into. But it's because the group talked about it, it pops up. But this could be really useful sometimes because if it's like the one before, like if you see a group like this, like multiple people talking about it, then it probably was a good coin. But you see this shit? That's how you always gotta read the chart first. You know what I mean? Don't automatically buy into the coin. But we look back at this. I see this coin's still not dead yet. So who knows? Maybe if you want to wait for a good dip on this chart, buying, you know what I'm saying? It still has 1,000 people, so it's not gonna just die on you. And everything else looks good. So usually the Telegram pops up here and there, you know what I mean? Not all the time the groups are talking about what meme coins are popping out and shit for some reason. So like earlier today it was like 2 of them popped up on here, but other than that, not really much pops up on here. Usually just like if a Telegram group does mention it or talk about it, but like it doesn't happen 24/7. Not as much as the CA tracker. The CA tracker just be pumping out sometimes. Like it'd be like boom, 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 and that should be so annoying. So I had to mute it earlier today. I was at that trying to take a nap. I couldn't because that shit was just going off and off and off and off and off. But that's basically what this is right here. Probably wait for another one, see if another one drops. And that's how I would have it. You know what I mean? That's how I had my shit set up. I think I basically had this look open in the tab. So, if we check rewards, people do fucking like trade on here and shit. But personally, I wouldn't. You know what I mean? I'll stay away. I don't know. I just use Axiom and shit like that, or not trade on here. But people like create coins and shit on here, and that gives them rewards. That's up to you. You know what I mean? Like I said, if you want to create a coin or not, I don't really. So yeah, it's up to you. Now this coin looks like it pumped crazy. You feel me? Since I last came into this shit, and that's what the CA thing does, because it showed you many groups are talking about it. It looked like it was on gonna be have another pump, and it had a little bit of another pump. Not a crazy pump, but it had a decent pump. You know what I mean? I think I saw it like somewhere over here. It went up from around 320 to 450. So that's a good coin. You know what I mean? That would have been a good call. That shit right there. Um, I don't know if it's like frozen. I don't know why it's showing me like this. Like it looks like this, but that's a good thing. And now let's move on to the next section. So this is why I like having shortcuts too. Oh, look, real quick. All right, check this out. You feel me? All right, let's see. Oh my God, it's doing it. Oh, look at that. This is on an upwards pump. This is on a good, nice little pump. But like I said, always check this first. You know what I mean? See how this is looking first. All right, you know, a little bit of top holders. Let me close this. Someone said 3%. Dex is paid though. It's not bad of a coin, but it's kind of like it's still pretty high. You know what I mean? Still, I wouldn't buy it up here. This is what my RSI thing is, and if it's above like 80, 75, it's at like an all-time high, and you should not buy in. All right, chill out, home dog, chill out, chill out. Oh my God! But look, we'll look at the next one real quick. All right. Oh, didn't mean to do that. This is the next one right here. It's another coin that's gaining volume. You know what I mean? Another coin that's going on a good chart. And this coin looks like it gets a good for scalping because it keeps going up, down, up, down, up, down. You know what I mean? But let's look at the stuff here. 30 top whatever holders. You know what I mean? Kind of like a little iffy. The bundlers seem good, but sometimes Axiom fucks up with the bundlers. You know what I mean? Sometimes it doesn't tell you the truth. You know what I mean? And that's why there's bubble maps, so you can look at bubble maps too. But sometimes bubble maps take a second to load, and every second counts. But oh, wowzers, look at that. That's a decent amount of bundlers right there. Wow. But what I like to do too is I look at bubble maps too for sure. Always look at bubble maps. But if you just click Control or is it Control Shift X, right? Boom, it opens this if you have the shortcut thing up, and it automatically pulls up the coin that you're on. And you can click a bundle check. Now sometimes for some reason I don't understand why it doesn't work, but most of the time it does work. Total bundles found 49, 108% bundler percentage, bundle held percentage. So there's still bundlers in this, but this is 0%. You know what I mean? Remaining bundlers, 28%, 19%, and then for whatever. And that just like kind of tells you like, damn, like maybe Axiom's like not always right about the statistics. You know what I mean? That's why this works really well. And also, a good thing is now we could check if Dex, we could like check Dex status on here too. But Axiom says it, you know what I mean? So you can tell Dex is paid. But sometimes you can't tell if a coin, like it'll take a little bit longer for Dex to pop up on Axiom, and you kind of miss, like people will see it before you, and then it'll pump, and you kind of miss the pump. Because usually people buy when there's a Dex, because it gives people more of a, oh yeah, I trust this coin type of feeling. So when you're looking at a coin and it doesn't say paid for Dex on the coin, but you see it's gaining a lot of volume, it's going pretty good, then you can click this and boom, it tells you Dex is paid that quickly. You know what I mean? Another thing is it checks the history of Twitters. So let's say this doesn't really, I don't really think it works for this, but or it does have a community. I think I don't know. Usually this is more for communities. So holy bejesus. I'm done with you, bro. I'm done with you. I'm back on mute. Back on timeout, dog. But one thing is you could check the history of a community. So like usually you know how sometimes communities they'll just use the same community. So like for example, instead of making a whole new community about that coin, they'll just change the name, delete all the chats, and whatever. You know what I mean? Make it seem like it's a brand new community. But sometimes it isn't, and they're just reusing that to like rug people and shit and steal people's money. So you could do this where it checks the history of it. All right, and it says no past usernames found, unidentified, whatever. So he's been the same account, same person. You know what I mean? So you're good. And it also checks domains of shits too. So I can check this real quick. Oh, website age found. 20 years old. So it's not bad. It's been cooking. Let's see. What is this website? What does the word Goonie mean? All right, you know what I mean? whatever. And it's just yeah, it's just a Reddit about Goonin and shit. I don't know. That's a little weird. It has nothing to do with the coin, I don't think. Black Pill World, whatever. But oh, cause it's looking at Goon Coin. Okay, so this is why it's doing that. I don't know why it makes you do this, and this is why I say with the fucking with the with the with the thing open right next to you makes it so much easier. So like for example, if we click where's the one that we're just looking at? This one, if you click copy. All right, hold on. I'm still new to this. Hold on. Pretty sure. I guess it just shows you the automatic. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Earlier today, I'm pretty sure it was when you click this and then you go back into it. It'll show you the one that you copied on into here. Yeah. Okay. That's what it just did. I don't know why I didn't do it before. That's so weird. All right. So yeah, that's why I say two screens is much better. You know what I mean? Because you can have this chart opened up on another screen, automatically click, like you could slide your fucking mouse over, click it. You feel me? And then it'll automatically just bring it into this, so we can do this whole check age and all this shit, yada yada yada. You know what I mean? And you can make sure all this is good. So let's check this one real quick. Dex is not paid. All right, yeah. Let's check the bundlers. Bundlers is crazy right now. 24%. Doesn't bundler percentage 37. Total found bundles 5. You know what I mean? So it just gives you more information on the coin more quickly. You know what I mean? More at the touch, like more at the click of a finger. But mainly what I like is just this part right here, so you can see running coins. Oh, look at this, and locked contract. Let's see what this is. Right here, this could be a good token right here. It's a Telegram call. 10 days ago. Oh, wow. Why does it look like that? That looks like such a rug. So I guess I don't know. I guess this group called it out, but the coin doesn't really look that good. But it says locked contract, so I'm pretty sure that means that he locked his token. So whatever this dev did buy right here, it's locked, so he can't sell it. But it's still like I don't like how this upchart looks. It just looks a little. If you would have bought in before this, maybe you could have made some money. But it looks like the group is kind of pumping it. Like the group itself is pumping the coins and shit. Like it looks like they're probably all in the group chat being like, alright, let's pump this coin and make it seem like it's going back up so people can buy in. You feel me? But if you would have got in right before that, maybe you could have made some money because for 13K, if I got it right there, or like right around like 15K and it shot up all the way to 23K, could have made some profit there. Oh, but this is a pretty long coin, so maybe it's just climbing back up. I don't. Let me see. This is why we still check the charts. You know what I mean? Don't ever just buy right into the coin. All right, so that's how it looks like. That's what it does a lot. It climbs up like that for some reason. Let's go back to it. It's climbing, but it looks like it froze. So like I said, I'm pretty sure just the group, like the group is making that pump. So because that group called it out, obviously people in the group was like, alright, but let me buy into that, and they bought into it. But that's a good thing though, because if sometimes like not a good thing, but sometimes if good groups call it out, then it's like a really good call out. Like it'll tell you the coin early before the pump, and then you get in and you're cooking, you're chilling. No, that was actually the Steam flow lock. Okay, I thought I swapped these around before. This shit keep playing with me, dog. Like I said, it's still more newer to the website. Let me go back to my home. I don't know why it kicked me out. Hello? Alright. Let's do this. What's going on, dog? Alright, there you go. Oh. Let's go back to this shit. So that was a locked coin shit. So I take that back. Take back everything that I just said. Why is it? This shit playing me. Hold on. Let me log back into the shit real quick. Alright. So we're back in. So I thought I swapped them around before. So that's my bad, y'all. I kind of got confused. For some reason, I thought the thing that popped up on here was like the Telegram tracker, but it was actually the lock tracker. So that's why I said the coin was locked. It wasn't really a Telegram call out. It was a lock. They was just saying that the coin got locked. And it was like basically like dev is not gonna sell on your head. Like dev's just just keeping his profits, and then he locked it. You know what I mean? He got his profit set, or like his coin set, his percentage set in it. He's not gonna really sell. Um, for some reason though, I thought it was a Telegram tracker. So, like I said, kind of the same shit though. Telegram tracker, it'll drop it. Kind of, you guys basically got the idea though. Telegram tracker will drop coins. A group is usually talking about it. You can get into it early, and boom, you're chilling, you're cooking. You know, Steam flow logs doesn't say the coin. It's not more meant for the coin like, oh yeah, the coin's gonna pump. It's just saying that the developer Loki locked the coin, so it's more of a trustworthy coin, more of a like, why it's not gonna rug to the bottom unless someone else has a massive percentage in it. Then it might, someone else is holding like 20%. It might be a crazy dip, and then everybody sells, and then you're cooked. But the dev won't sell on you. You know what I mean? The dev won't fucking rug the whole chart or steal the liquidity because he locked it all. Um, and like I said, Telegram tracker basically tracks telegrams, and you can get into them early when they call out coins in Telegram before they pump it, and before like a pump actually starts. You can get into it nice and early. So that's what this UX extension shit, you know what I mean, is about. It cooks. It's honestly a pretty good extension, you know what I mean, if you know how to use it properly, if you really get it down. The shortcuts help a lot. I'm gonna be honest, like they be cooking, dog. They be cooking. So the shortcuts help a lot. Just really experiment with the site. Have your own settings set up, whatever you want. Now I'm gonna show you how I usually have it up because low key, I broke my monitor the other day, so I don't really have another monitor, and I'm on a laptop, and I gotta buy a new one. I know I was in the chat, but the way that I have it open is I literally just have this open in a whole nother tab like this, drag it open, and I squeeze it down like this, and make this a little smaller. And now it's low-key just lined up, so instead of like it being side to side, you see the CA tracker right there, the TG tracker right there, and then the Steam flow locks right there. You know what I mean? So you can just scroll up and down from it, and you just can set up a fucking the short key or the short key that Google has, where you can just quickly open up another tab. I mean, I forgot the short key, but but usually, you just have the key, you click on it, open this up real quick, you can see it. Oh, okay. You know what I mean? Quickly copy it, then you click back into this, Shift S, paste there, boom. Now we're on the coin. Now we're checking the coin out. All right, let's check bundlers real quick. You know what I mean? It says only 1.44. Now let's check it just to make sure. Why are you playing with me? All right, whatever, 60% bundlers. Now the bundlers are less. Total bundled is 3.9. Not bad, you know what I mean? It's a little higher than what it says here, but usually that's a little wrong. Well, usually, check if Dex is paid. Dex is paid. It says it here too. Lovely. Check the Twitter history. Oh, good. Everything's good. Everything's checking. You know what I mean? And that's basically it. That's like what that is. It's just a good extension. Honestly, it's a good extension. One thing I really love about it is the shortcuts, the CT tracker and the Telegram tracker, and the hourly volume and the meta volume. So those like 5 things, 6 things, whatever the fuck I just said, could really help you. Really make like a significant difference in your trading. You know what I mean? It's all about seconds, and that saves you a lot of seconds with a lot of things. But yeah, that's the end of the video. I was just showing y'all that extension because I saw a TikTok. I was scrolling through TikTok. I'm gonna tell you, I was scrolling through TikTok. I saw some guy post this shit. It literally looked exactly like this. He had it on his side like this and all this. And he was like, recorded. He was like, this is the method. This is how I get into coins early. Blah, blah, blah. And he's basically trying to sell people a course on Telegram to fucking use a free extension that's on, like, it's free. Like, you can probably find other YouTubers talking about it on YouTube. So it's crazy that people charge for this shit. And yeah, just that's my bad about my rant. But yeah, that's the tool. Hope it helps y'all. Hope y'all can cook with it.